there is more than one of you within. There's two of you. There's one that's yammering on all the time about this and that, and why did she look at me that way, and who do they think they are? And then there's the higher part of you, which is observing all this conversation. So moving along with the Trapped in Your Story, this is Coach in a Car, Kitt, Depatie, and I'd like to talk about something that you might notice but you're not really sure about, and that is there is more than one of you within. There's two of you. There's one that's yammering on all the time about this and that, and why did she look at me that way, and who do they think they are? And then there's the higher part of you, which is observing all this conversation. So being trapped in your story is believing the one that's yammering about this, that, and everything. That's called your conscious, your ego, and it is there in a way to protect you. However, what happens is you start buying into all of the fear tactics, and there's a lot of them, and limitations, circumstances. You know, you're not smart enough, rich enough, talented enough, connected enough. There's a lot of stories that come from the ego, which come from your belief systems, which are rooted into your subconscious programming as your habits, and they are keeping you stuck. So it's time to, I call her Helen. Shut the fuck up, Helen, right? Okay, so today I quit listening to the fearful me, because that's really what your ego is. It's just trying to keep you safe. It thinks it's doing a good job, but it's like this snappy little terrier that's always, freaked out about everything, and it's always pointing out where you're limited or where you might fail, and all of that is nonsense, because we're going to get into the fear and failure thing. The fear and failure thing is one of the biggest places that you're trapped in your story. But learning to discern the difference between the ego and the higher part of you, which is your intuition. Your intuition, which is that silent part of you that knows where you're supposed to be and who you're supposed to be with, that is the part that we need to start listening to, because that's the part that knows your real story. So today, I quit listening to the fearful me, all right? And I choose to listen to the wiser, more loving part of myself. There is more than one of you within. There is the one that is mindlessly chattering about anything and everything, and there is one that's observing the chatter. That's your intuition. There's a part of you that talks constantly as a way to protect itself from what is happening to you. But you, the bigger part of you, is watching the chatter, and most of it's based in fear. I would say almost all of it's based in fear. This is the doorway out of the lower energies like negativity and anger and fear. Once you become aware of these two distinct parts, you will have found the key to freedom from all negativity. And also it will release you from the need to have to listen to it, because you're listening to your higher self, the part of you that knows that it knows. And we have some little action steps. Listen to your inner chatter. Try to make the distinction between the two voices. Only proceed on instructions from the higher part of you. And the way that you know that is you feel expanded. When you feel contracted, it's because either you're afraid and you're buying into that fear, or you truly do need to pull back. Okay, you know the difference. That's the thing. You think that, oh gosh, I can't quit my job, and I can't leave this relationship, and I can't move, and I can't, because the fear is telling you what happened. But here's the deal. Your big life is waiting for you. It wants you to stop being boring. It wants you to be more adventuresome. So today, listen to the chatter, because you'll start to discern the difference between the part of you that's scared and frightened, contracted, and the part of you that is expanded and knows that you're here to do more, that you're connected to source energy, that you are connected to higher power. And the way that you do this is you begin stepping into that power. Okay? And today, just do what you can with what you have from where you're at. So I'm challenging you today to listen to that. If you really want to delve farther into it, the way to discern is by journaling. Because when you're writing longhand and journaling, it is activating the part of you that is your intuition. It's the voice. You can look up morning pages. You can look up writing down your soul. There's all kinds of information and kind of scientific about what happens when you begin to write and journal. It opens up places in you that you didn't even know existed. So I am a huge proponent of it. I try to do it every day, and I would challenge you to do it today. So leave a comment. Is this something that you're aware of? Do you have a voice that you've named? Because that could be fun. Because sometimes you just have to tell it to back off. So go out there today. Be bold, be brave, be courageous, be you. And remember, Shut the fuck up, Helen. Okay, have a great day. Bye.